We had a great turnout at our contractors roundtable where we were talking about revenue and asking our participants if they know what their business is worth. And I hope everyone will join us in for our next event where we're going to be talking about cost control. Beth Dobkin, who is a former business owner herself and a coach with Quality Service Contractors out of PHCC National, will be co-hosting that peer-to-peer discussion with Scott Berlin of the Margin Point. That next roundtable is going to be on February 9th at 11 a.m. and talking about the controlling and tracking of costs in your operation. So really want to encourage folks to participate. We had an overwhelming majority of those that participated in the contractor roundtable said that it exceeded their expectation. And we welcome every PHCC member or prospective member from around the country to join us. The beauty of Zoom is that geography is not a barrier to participating. So Paul, tell me what were some of those key learnings that really struck you from the discussion?
Yeah, will do. It's nice that this was an event where contractors are really learning from contractors. And one thing we did is we put up a poll and asked what their number one challenge is in running their business. And 1 out of 4 said revenue is a problem. But what we learned is that the overwhelming majority said their number one problem is recruiting. So that was a big takeaway for me. We also covered other things, for example, how contractors are taking advantage of the employee retention tax credit. That is tax-free, a tax-free refund from the IRS for maintaining payrolls during COVID. And that was very interesting to hear about how some contractors are taking advantage of that. We also learned what the average ticket is from those in the room. 40% said that their average ticket is between $800 and $1,200. But what was also telling is 20% they didn't know what their average ticket is. And we learned how important measuring each and every part of your metric of your company's metrics is for somebody who might want to buy your plumbing or HVAC company. But Debbie, what else did you learn?
Yeah, and that goes to one of the takeaways I have is about just how important it is to measure all the key components of your operation, and particularly if you're in multiple trades, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, about having key performance indicators for each one of those units. It can be as simple as the measurement of knowing how long your customer sits on hold. And if you don't know, you better call yourself and find out to, if you were to go on vacation for 2 months, would your company continue running successfully if you were gone? And so it was really interesting to me to hear all the different measures that contractors are using. And these are the types of things a potential buyer or investor are going to ask and directly relate to the value of their company. And then, we also asked about the key channels contractors are using to market or promote their business. And the takeaway I really got is they use social media a lot, but it's about building community and building culture. And just, being a name out there. It's not necessarily, buy a water heater from me. And then the takeaway from that is when people need a water heater, they will remember that, XYZ company is supporting the food bank or doing the 5K run or having some sort of relational interaction on social media. So
those are great takeaways. And it's awesome that we're going to be continuing this monthly with contractors and learning from each other on these really interesting topics. Thank you, Debbie.
Great. Thank you, Paul.